the degrees and dimensions of blackness, especially in America. They can't be your demo. Ain't no way.
No. Not long term.
We're segregated by youth. We're segregated by the different religions within black folks. We're segregated by sexual identity, and we still haven't even gotten the social status yet.
Racism amongst each other.
Yeah. So there's a lot. I say
light skin, dark skin. Like we be having our own little battles, bro.
Coco, you on the pod?
Happy New Year! Hey, hey!
Wait.
What's up, y'all?
Wait, you knew you was gonna be on the pod, huh? That's why you called.
No, actually, I promise you, I'm on my way to Gigi. So I called you, and then it clicked when you answered. I was like, sorry. Good morning, y'all. Hey, LG.
Good morning.
What's up, Lex?
What's happening?
Your first born nephew here today too.
What you doing there?
Hey, RT.
Hey, boo. What you doing?
With the gang.
Is that my baby alive?
Okay. All right, Mom. What do you want, Didi?
I was just calling to say good morning to my child.
What's up?
Because somebody asked me, was that my man? Did I leave Maddie because the picture that I took with you, they thought she was my man.
Okay. All right, lady.
I love y'all.
I love you, Mom.
Love you.
Call me when you're done.
All right.
Goodbye.
No. She's hella funny. Damn. It was something I was trying to get to.
You know, he's about to get into something.
Nobody remembers?
The battles that black people had before.
Oh yeah. But you had a great point, G. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. We gotta have an in-depth conversation around that.
Mm-hmm.
And how certain rhetoric from certain people and how it can be received as that, like accountability, conversations in and around accountability.
Mm-hmm.
And fuck it, not just not accepting mediocre shit on behalf of blackness.
Mm-hmm.
It's like yo, my man. No, we got standards. We have quality control, checks and balances. And in somehow, some way, that can be misinterpreted as pull yourself up by your shoe. That's not remotely the same.
As important as it is, though, like it hits different for somebody outside of your race to tell you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, because that's what's always been used to like kind of set the demographic off as like being lazy or whatever. But the truth is that if you don't do it, who the fuck is gonna do it? You know, like I think that there's a lot of things in place that make sure that we're not as confident as we need to be. So a lot of times that tends to work against how we view each other, you know, as far as like sharing and sharing information and doing things together, as opposed to like fighting each other on every little bitty thing that has been said in there for us. Like I think that's kind of like a part of that. But the pull yourself up by your bootstraps thing is just literally finding a way no matter what. Like I think that's what that is. Like regardless of like what's set up against you, you know what I'm saying? Like I think there's plenty that's set up against you, but if we were to cry over that spilled milk, my nigga, then where are we gonna be at?
I feel like
that's a given for everybody, but more so for black people because we didn't, you know, we never really got that support.
For the sake of furthering the conversation,
Mm-hmm.
where we would more than likely be challenged at
Mm-hmm.
is going back to the dimensions of black. Like there's disenfranchised, and there's levels to oppression. what do you say? And I know the answer to this, but I just hoping you can offer clarity because you're not a none of you are. That's why I fuck with y'all. None of y'all are the woe is me type. However, I know the circumstances you niggas come from, and I get why y'all can have the mentality that you have. That's different. Because other people are look at you gentlemen and go, oh, they come from, you know, wholesome, wealthy situations. I'm gonna keep it a buck
across the board.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I know this for a fact because it happens to me, and you can't do nothing but just laugh. But I think based off of your appearances, how you carry yourself, your outlooks, your perspectives, your ethics, your morals. You spoke about that earlier. Who the fuck poor can talk about ethics and morals, my nigga? I think there's the misconception that comes with that.
That's real.
Like because you were below the poverty line, you get to throw all that shit out the window. When in fact, some of the poorest motherfuckers I know got the best ethics. Some of the killers I know got the best fucking morals.
Completely. It's something that got lost in translation, but there was a code that you live by that was passed along. Like there was a certain code to what you were doing, you know what I mean? And like how you did it. So like the whole thing of like on like murder and like theft and all that shit like that, like there was iterations of it. So it wasn't like it was just like anything goes. That's not how the mode. Even like the whole war on drug deal. But like all these things was not like there was a specific code that was built into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you was gonna sell drugs, you was for sure gonna have to do something for the community in order for that to be okay within it. Now at some point that shit got lost where like you just do that shit and you ramsack the community and you take everything from it, don't give anything back to it. That started to happen. You know what I'm saying? Or you started to use, you know what I mean? I get that part too, but you know, because you started coming from it anyways. But as far as like what was we on that? What was we on before that? The
ethics and morals.
There was something right before that I wanted to touch on.
Oh no, just the preconceived notions about you and what people may assume.
Yeah, on the assumption part, the truth be told, since I grew up in a certain particular situation where it could definitely be considered a jungle, and I was outside, like there was never a point that I wasn't getting driven to and from school. I wasn't like there. I mean, there was a tension on me, but for the most part, I was out there just trying to figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't that we didn't have enough to say that we can offer the greatest of security blankets for you. What you had you had a place to lay your head at night, which was beneficial. So if whoever didn't have that, then I feel for you. But besides that, it was a free for all on like you building your own. Like your family had a structure that had ethics and morals that had a part of that too, a part of that built in. But that doesn't mean that when you go out there you have to utilize those. And a lot of times you don't as a child. You know, like sometimes you get thrown off that path a little bit. But as you continuously get put in some of these type of situations, you end up building a variety of different ethics and morals and ruthlessness, and you kind of pick and choose when you're going to put this thing or where you're going to place it. So I say all that to say that a lot about my particular life, I chose probably the hardest of routes to do a lot of different things, which then put me into like a different a kind of mental space where like the challenge is not so. The challenge is something that I actually want to go towards, as opposed to like whatever the easy route may be. So I think that kind of creates something different just inside of you. You know what I mean? Like that's a different type of drive when you always want to be challenged by some shit. That makes it a little bit different on the whole idea of like the bootstraps and all this. Like, bro, like what you want to do this entire time is you want to be as conditioned as possible before as you hit the world, because they gonna try you nonstop.
Fuck, man. I don't know why I struggle with it so much. Like empathy and you know, they somebody got it worse off than you. Like that's what we always heard. And quiet as kept, there was so little emphasis spent on complaining about what wasn't. Like I don't remember my mom doing that, to be honest with you. Like just being focused on not having shit, because it's like, and so you learn not to place emphasis on outside shit or material things or value in shit that don't have nothing to do with feeling like something, right? And so now where it almost feels like blackness is being leveraged and commandeered, and it's not almost feels like, I know it's happening. From your Marvels to your Disney, like it's these rollout campaigns. It's oh yo, we can get enough dollars to allocate here, and it's all cool, but we're fractured so beyond economics, it's not even funny. I don't know if y'all got to watch the fallout from Soul. And I was like, I'm so confused. No, this ain't black. Like this, I'm like, wait, what? Like, what are we talking about? A fucking we're talking about animation movie that's not black enough.
Oh, that's. I don't know why my mind went towards Absol, but
oh, no.
Okay, now we're back. Now we're back. I was like, damn, what happened to Soul? Nah, there was a fallout about that?
Yeah, I didn't even hear about it.
Because it wasn't nothing to hear. It was just that select section of black folks that can find offense in anything.
Found it.
And found it. That fucking movie's flawless.
Real shit.
I'm just like, bro, what are we doing? When we came in here after Black is King came out, and it was like there were people mad. There were black folks mad at Beyonce. Meanwhile, the Africans that she paid for real was like, wait, so y'all mad that we got paid for this?
Not only got paid, we got to shine. African.
That shit was fly.
Black is King is the flyest shit that happened all year, my nigga.
That shit was player as fuck.
At me. That shit was amazing. Oh, but you ain't got. Whoa. Hold on, fam. What is this? What are these expectations that we've conjured up out of nowhere? And it's primarily the niggas who don't have shit.
That's why. That's why their expectations are so high.
It's primarily the niggas that don't have shit. So then when you get back to, oh nigga, I'm about to just get back to the work. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna ask. I'm not about to have my head out for sure. I'm about to just get on my grind. And you go, oh, go get yours. Oh man. So selling L and Poe, our thread looked like we said if they ever get one of our phones and go through our thread, nigga, we sound like black Republicans for real.
Man, real life.
But it's wouldn't have it no other way other than seeing men like the niggas that I know. And I mean this. The niggas that I know go get that chicken for real, for real. It's a beautiful thing, and it's not in the ways that people expect. Niggas go to work. Niggas go to work for real, for real. I had Morg dying. I'm like, bro, niggas be grinding. He was New Year, what was it, Christmas Eve. I said, what you doing? I said, man, I'm in the lab. I said, what you doing? He said, man, I'm at the pizza spot making dough, getting ready for, excuse me? No, this was Christmas Day, excuse me. Trapping. So it's not what you think when you see us. Every single one of mine go get it in the most major of ways.
How else are you gonna have it?
That's it. That's also a very important thing to know, though. Like, when you out here getting it, there is no specification of days. Like, Sunday through Saturday is not an actual day, my nigga. Like, it's literally you go and get it. Like, when you start specifying like what the weekend is, what a holiday is, bro, that's when they already lost you. You know what I mean? Like, if you ain't doing something, you know what I mean? Like, you could take your rest or whatever because you can't do shit on E. You know what I mean? Or below that motherfucker. But that's just wouldn't be smart. But my nigga, like, if you start specifying like what a day is, what a holiday is, oh, that's, nigga, you already behind the ball.
That's what my man said. He said it's Christmas. I was like, all right. Okay, so all right. What are we doing?